Hey guys, let's be real. Have you ever felt like a woman was toying with your emotions, keeping you on edge, and you just couldn't figure out how to take control? It's frustrating, right? But today, you're going to learn 10 powerful Stoic strategies to flip the script. I'm talking about taking back your emotional power, showing her that you're not the guy she can manipulate anymore. These strategies aren't about playing games. They're about mastering yourself and owning the situation. Stick with me through this video because I'll be revealing the most powerful move toward the end. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. This video is going to change how you approach relationships forever. Let's dive in. Topic number 1, recognize emotional manipulation early. First things first, you've got to spot emotional manipulation before it pulls you in. Manipulation can be subtle. Hot and cold behavior, mixed signals, attention games. Stoicism teaches us to act according to reason, not emotion. Think of it like chess. Study her moves before making your own. Once you recognize her pattern, observe without reacting emotionally. When she throws those emotional hooks, like sudden coldness after being affectionate, don't bite. Just observe. She's testing you, but you don't have to play along. By refusing to react, you already gain control of the situation. She expects you to lose your cool. You won't. Stay calm. This is key. When you remain calm in the face of her games, she loses the power she thought she had over you. Don't forget, emotional manipulation thrives on getting you to react. When you don't, she's left wondering why her tactics aren't working, and now you've got the upper hand. Here's your goal. Stop playing the game. Stay grounded. When she sees you're unaffected, the dynamic shifts, and you start calling the shots. You're a Stoic now, emotionally resilient, unshaken by external events. Topic number 2, master the art of detachment. This is huge. The more attached you are to someone's approval or behavior, the more they can manipulate you. Emotional detachment is your superpower. It doesn't mean being cold, but rather maintaining your emotional independence, regardless of her behavior. You have to let go of expectations. Don't expect her to give you closure or to behave a certain way. When you stop needing things from her, you're showing that you're emotionally self-sufficient. That's attractive because now she sees that her actions don't dictate your happiness. Detachment also allows you to keep things in perspective. You're no longer chasing her attention or validation, and this shift in mindset makes you much harder to manipulate. She can pull away, act distant, but you remain unaffected because you're emotionally secure. This doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop needing her for emotional stability. You're showing that your sense of self comes from within. And trust me, this shift in energy makes you incredibly powerful in relationships. By practicing detachment, you're telling her, I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm on my path, and whether you're part of it is your choice. She'll either step up or step aside, but either way, you win. Topic number 3, set boundaries like a Stoic. Here's a game changer, boundaries. If you feel like she's playing with your heart, it's usually because you haven't set clear boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls, they're guidelines for how you expect to be treated. And they show that you respect yourself. When you set boundaries, you're not being rude, you're being strong. It's a statement of self-worth. You're saying, this is what I accept, and I won't tolerate anything less. She'll test those boundaries, but when you hold firm, it shows that you're not someone to mess with. The real trick here is to enforce your boundaries. Saying you have standards is one thing, but walking away when they're crossed? That's where the real power lies. If she crosses the line, don't make excuses or give second chances. Stand your ground. When you stand firm, she'll know you mean business. Here's the deal. People respect boundaries. When you set and enforce them, you command respect. And guess what? She'll either respect you for it or show her true colors, and then you'll know what to do. Remember, boundaries aren't about controlling her. They're about controlling what you tolerate. Stick to your standards, and the right people will rise to meet them. Topic number 4. Control your emotions. Don't let them control you. Stoicism teaches that emotions are fleeting and shouldn't dictate our actions. When she's playing with your heart, she's likely counting on you to react emotionally, to blow up, demand answers, or chase her. But that's the trap. The moment you lose control, she wins. Instead, take a step back. Every time you feel an emotional trigger, frustration, anger, confusion, pause, breathe. Remind yourself that emotions come and go, but your responses have lasting consequences. Let her behavior roll off your back. Here's the thing: emotional control is the ultimate sign of strength. When you can remain calm in the face of manipulation, you're showing her that her actions can't shake you. This throws her off because she's expecting a reaction, and when you don't give her one, she's the one left feeling off balance. Emotions don't have to be suppressed, but they must be managed. When you can master this, you're not just outsmarting her, you're elevating yourself to a new level of emotional maturity. At the end of the day, the person who controls their emotions controls the situation. Stay cool, stay calm, and keep your emotional power in check. When she sees that her games no longer affect you, she'll realize that she has no control over you. Topic number 5. Use silence as your weapon. Silence is your secret weapon. She expects you to chase, to text, to call, to ask what's wrong. But when you respond with silence, you flip the script entirely. She'll start questioning herself. Why isn't he reacting? What's going on? The power of silence is that it forces her to reflect on her own behavior. Without your reaction, she has no idea what you're thinking, and that uncertainty puts her on the back foot. While she's trying to figure out why you're not playing along, you're maintaining control by doing nothing. Stoicism values equanimity, the ability to stay calm and collected. By staying silent, you create space to reflect on the situation with clarity. Don't engage in emotional conversations or chase her for answers. Let her wonder. Let her think. Remember, silence isn't about being passive. It's about strategic patience. You're not ignoring her. You're just choosing when and how to respond. This puts you in control of the timing, which is crucial in these situations. Silence gives you space to reclaim your power. You're no longer reacting to her whims. You're now the one dictating the emotional pace. When you use silence wisely, you not only maintain your inner peace, but also force her to reconsider her actions. Topic number 6. Focus on your own growth, not her reactions. One of the most effective ways to outsmart someone playing with your heart is to stop focusing on her entirely. Instead, channel your energy into your own growth. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you naturally detach from the need for her approval. Think about it. Why waste time obsessing over her behavior when you could be improving your life, whether it's your career, fitness, or personal development? The more you invest in yourself, the less you care about emotional games. Self-improvement becomes your anchor. This is a game changer because it completely shifts the dynamic. She's expecting you to be fixated on her, but when you show that your life doesn't revolve around her attention, she'll feel the shift. You've stopped playing by her rules and are now operating on your own terms. By focusing on your own growth, you're building emotional resilience. You're not reacting to her behavior because you're too busy leveling up in your life. This also makes you more attractive, because nothing is more powerful than someone who's driven by their own mission. In the end, focusing on yourself isn't just a strategy to outsmart her. It's a long-term investment in your happiness. You're no longer caught up in the emotional roller coaster. You're growing, thriving, and attracting people who value and respect you for who you are. Topic number 7. Practice emotional indifference to external validation. Seeking external validation is one of the quickest ways to lose control of your emotions. When you need someone else's approval to feel good about yourself, You're giving them power over your emotional state. This is where Stoicism comes in. It teaches us to be indifferent to external validation. If you're constantly looking for her to validate your feelings, your worth, or your relationship, you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position. The key is to shift that validation inward. Your self-worth should come from within, not from someone else's behavior or opinions. By practicing emotional indifference, you become untouchable. Her approval, her attention, even her affection no longer dictate how you feel about yourself. You're secure in who you are, and that's a power no one can take from you. Here's the twist. When you stop needing her validation, you become more attractive. People are drawn to those who are self-assured and emotionally independent. You're no longer playing her game, and that forces her to take notice. This doesn't mean you stop caring about the relationship. It means you stop depending on it for your emotional well-being. You're in control now. Your emotions are not tied to whether or not she's giving you attention, and that's a huge shift in power. Topic number 8. Know when to walk away with dignity. Sometimes the smartest move is knowing when to walk away. Walking away doesn't mean you've lost. It means you've chosen to prioritize your peace of mind over emotional games. A Stoic knows when a situation no longer serves them and can exit with dignity. When someone plays with your heart, it's easy to fall into the trap of staying, hoping things will change. But here's the truth. If someone consistently disrespects your boundaries or your emotions, it's time to go. Walking away shows that you value yourself enough to not stay in a toxic situation. But here's the key. Walk away gracefully. No drama, no emotional outbursts, just a calm, quiet exit. This isn't about making her feel guilty or chasing closure. It's about recognizing that you deserve better and that you're strong enough to walk away with your head held high. When you walk away, you're sending a powerful message. I control my happiness, not you. You're no longer playing her game. You've taken yourself out of the equation, and now she's left wondering why her tactics didn't work. Walking away isn't about giving up. It's about letting go of situations that don't align with your values. It's the ultimate act of self-respect and emotional maturity. You don't need her validation, and by walking away, you've shown that you value your peace of mind above everything else. Topic number 9. Understand the power of patience. Patience is a Stoic virtue that many underestimate. When someone is playing with your emotions, the impulse is to react quickly, demand answers, or seek resolution. But patience is your greatest asset. It gives you the power to wait, observe, and act only when it's in your best interest. Emotional games are designed to create urgency, to make you feel like you need to respond or act immediately. But when you practice patience, you step out of that trap. Instead of reacting in the moment, you wait. You give yourself time to see the bigger picture and make better decisions. Patience gives you clarity. When you don't rush to respond to her actions or words, you're able to assess whether this is just a temporary situation or a pattern of behavior. You're not reacting emotionally. You're acting with intention, and that's incredibly powerful. The longer you stay patient, the more the emotional dynamic shifts in your favor. She'll start to question why you're not reacting the way she expected. This forces her to reflect on her own actions, giving you the upper hand without even saying a word. Patience isn't passive, it's active control. You're choosing when and how to engage, and that keeps you in the driver's seat. You're not being dragged along by her games. You're setting the pace. And that's how you outsmart her. Topic number 10. Focus on your mission, not her attention. At the end of the day, your mission is your anchor. Stay focused on your goals, your dreams, and your self-improvement. When someone plays with your heart, it's easy to become distracted, constantly seeking her attention. But the moment you shift your focus back to your mission, you regain control. When you're driven by your purpose, you naturally become less concerned with whether or not she's playing games. Why? Because your attention is on something much bigger, your future, your success, your legacy. This shift in energy makes you unstoppable. By focusing on your mission, you're showing that your life doesn't revolve around her attention. You're not chasing her approval because you're too busy building your empire. This not only helps you maintain emotional stability, but it also makes you far more attractive. People are drawn to those who are purpose-driven. When she sees that you're not fixated on her, but on your goals, it shifts the dynamic. She'll either have to respect your path and step up, or she'll fade away. And either way, you win. In the end, your mission is what defines you, not her attention. By staying focused on your path, you've outsmarted the games and risen above them. You're in control, and no one can take that from you. Keep your eyes on the prize, and everything else will fall into place. By now, you've learned the 10 Stoic strategies that will help you outsmart anyone playing with your heart. These aren't about manipulation. They're about taking control of your emotions, setting boundaries, focusing on your growth, and mastering yourself. Remember, true power comes from within. The key to winning the emotional game isn't to play it back, it's to rise above it, to become the master of your own mind and heart. With Stoicism as your guide, you'll always have the upper hand, because your peace, your happiness, and your self-worth are no longer in someone else's control. You're stronger than the games, wiser than the tactics, and more powerful than the manipulation. Stay strong, stay focused, and never forget, you are in control of your heart and mind.